Hello everyone, my name is Manoj. So this is my Capstone project. The name is Agent Shadow Ops Auditor, and this is for the Google AI intensive vibe coding uh, competition, basically. So in an enterprise environment, the primary bottleneck preventing autonomous agents from being deployed to production is behavioral drift. So this is an anxious topic for the enterprise management when they hear there is a behavioral drift that could happen from the agent side. And since it is autonomous agents and it has access to internal databases and infrastructure tools, and if some dangerous prompt injections could happen and the tool orchestration itself is unvetted, this increases the anxiety in the uh, management, and it's quite fair as well to think, because it compromises on the security aspect. So my project introduces a deterministic left shift compliance gate that intercepts raw agent tool payloads and runs structural security analytics before any code reaches execution bounds. So let's look at the architecture. So I'll just run down a little bit in my README. So here is the flowchart, topology flowchart. So ideally, I have two nodes. Node one, which is the stride payload evaluator or an interceptor tool. Uh, okay. So what I am doing here is it evaluates the inputs for with strict regular expressions to scan for tampering vectors. Okay. We'll see this in detail in our demo of the product. And node 2, which is the compliance verification gate. So here what I see is it acts as a final state manager. We'll see both going forward. And what happens further is there is one more node which is the human in the loop, because after the first two nodes execute, there can be two statuses. One is approved status, meaning it is quite safe and safe to execute. Uh, and there is a quarantined state wherein it identifies it as a risky um, task to proceed before any human or a human checks it. Basically, the admin role can come in here, and the most important factor of human in the loop can get in here in this node stage and approve the task. If it is quite safe and intentional to do it, then it is fine. Otherwise, you can have a restrictive layer here. So that is the idea behind this. Let's head forward to the demo. So here is the UI which have been created with Python. So let's see. Let's have a use case wherein the agent is trying to select some tables data, and what if it is trying to go ahead and access this. Right now, I'm doing this manually. You can imagine this happening with the autonomous agents running, and automatically these things are happening. So, yeah, mm, let's think it is trying to attempt to the select the basically select the tables to see the data. So let's see what happens. So it is evaluated with a score of 10, and it is in the safe payload baseline, and this as execution happens without any hiccups, as we saw in our in our flowchart wherein it successfully passes through node 1 and 2 and the execution status is approved. So it goes ahead here, and this is the UI representation I have given. So let's see an use case where it is unsafe and it is to be quarantined first before uh, the human can actually check it and then think about approving it or not. So let's try this command wherein I'm doing some dangerous commands like dropping a table, getting access of super user access, and removing certain files as well. So let's try this. It is similar to an agent trying to do this. What happens? Let's see. So as soon as this happens, as I showed in the uh, flowchart, it goes into the quarantined state and it is not executed, and we are I'm also showing those statuses here. The critical thread boundary is violated, and why it is violated also is flagged here, as it is a DB drop table attempt, unrestricted file deletion, and pseudo privilege escalation from the agent. You can imagine like this. And I have created a state where this is the state for a human in the loop to operate. So here, manual security intervention can happen, wherein you can or an admin actually can force and release this payload to uh, go successfully forward. Uh, Imagining the case where it is quite safe and intentionally done. So let's try this. Also, what happens? Let's see. So now here we can see it is overridden by the admin and the payload is approved for execution. And this is how I achieved the human in the loop case wherein uh, you can monitor the autonomous agents and you can go ahead or not can be decided. So this is about the project, and thank you. Have a nice day.